Why hello there, fellow scout ship captains. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to Space Haven Finding Eden. Episode 34. It's time to add a lot of weapons. Same pirates, but this time, Quack. This is my nav. Okay. Quack. You nav. Because you're closer. And Glitch, you go to operations. Gens. I didn't realize I would have to like micromanage to this level. No, don't shoot the frickin' thing, you monkey. Move there. Are shots still incoming? Oh yeah, absolutely. Alright, so the consoles are being manned. But the shields console, it doesn't really matter. I mean, we're getting pelted. But because I had Quack, who was closest to the panel, get on it first, I'm gonna probably get out. Yeah, I got out. Way faster than before. Just because of the distance to the nav. Alright. Let's go to the scannable sector, because the scannable sector should be more chill. As it is hidden. Drop out and maybe make... We want to replenish the hull stability. And then possibly change the layout of the ship a little bit to make it easier to defend. There is infestors here, though. So, turrets... I'm spinning everything on as a warning. Hail is detected. Shoot them down. Or try to? Did we get all the infestors? Maybe? Do shields need refueling? It's not fuel so much as it needs someone sitting on the shield console, like plugging away to do the calculations to refill it. As weird as that sounds. So yes, they need refilling, and then the hull damage that was done, we need to haul steel plate store stabilizers to restabilize the hull, which is why I'm parked here. So right now the priority is to recover so that we're able to go and do stuff. So we're repairing all of the machinery in the bay that got shot by the pirates. Our shields are slowly getting recharged by Blue Panther on the panel. And then our hull stabilizer's here, and it is working on stabilizing the ship with steel plates. I could potentially have another stabilizer. Maybe I'll put one back here. Am I gonna build a jammer? Probably. But first I'm gonna like recover the ship before I start working on other things. Cheers. Once the door kicker team are awake, I'll probably end up going to the derelict 2. So, question for you. How to upgrade the ship? Targeting jammer. Shields and guns. or speedy nav ops or exit. Speedy nav and ops for exit would be just like positioning things around so that in the case of me being attacked, I've got hypersleep chambers close to the places that need to be turned on so that I can get out fast. So I'll have you choose. Because, yeah, I would say we're getting to the point in the game where I'm gonna find it to be difficult to continue being as pacifist as I am, even if I have like doubled my hull stability, buying me twice as much time when pirates come a knocking. But being able to jam their guns is pretty effective as well. All right. Repair your gun. So before I go board, I'm gonna fix up our guns because Wishbringer's shotgun was in poor working order. Can you go do that though? Thank you. Okay, Wish, Och, Marauder, Panther, Draft, and go. And if you haven't voted yet, 2.5 minutes to vote in this poll, and then I'll try to start making improvements so that we aren't sitting ducks in the future. Ow. Wow, that Holly really wanted Wishbringer dead. Oops. If they're coming to me, I'll just do it this way. Is it the order upgrades the only upgrade? Probably the only upgrade. For now. I'd pull again if I wanted more. But I don't want to spend forever trying to upgrade a ship so it can do everything. Sometimes it's better to have generalists than specialists. Alright, let's have Wish out front, followed by everyone else. Oh, this is gross. You missed. Alright, Blue Panther is gonna like pass out at this rate. What is even this? Ship is awful. Alright, let's get out of here and regroup before we like actually pass out. This is not the type of ship that you want to be unconscious for. Okay, well, the Apocrypha is definitely a tragic story. And I will be the tiebreaker if it remains a tie. Target-rich environment, yeah, but with a lot of path blockers, it was actually hard to get a good shot. Alright, shields and guns. Got it. So, about that. At the moment, the weapon systems that we have, we got autocannon, point defense, which we've used, and then rocket turrets. And then if I wanted more shields, I'm going to need more space. Ultimately, no matter what we do, space is going to be the big bottleneck here. So, I'm going to use a lot of my... Oh, let's mirror zone. I'm going to use a lot of my hull parts to build something that probably looks a little weird, if I'm honest. A hammerhead of sorts. So let's get that moving. Gives us more space to work with in the front, and I'll be upgrading our ship. Because I'm tired of getting shot up by pirates and then have, like, no functional response for it. And then once Blue Panther's recovered some of his, energy, we can go back. So laser weapons are underway, and then after we get laser weapons, we'll do the plasma weapons. I like it. And we're also doubling our maximum hull. So we've recovered almost all the hull that we had lost in that fight, but with 2 stabilizers now we have twice as much. Trying to keep the ship together. Wow, Blue Panther made massive condition recoveries. Cool. Alright, after the breakfast, we'll go on back. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now we know it's like a nasty nest that needs to be cleared efficiently. Oops. Well, that's not cool. There was like a bug waiting here for us. Ow. And Wishbringer just got absolutely bushwhacked by a hauler. Cool, I dodged that one. Wishbringer's got the lowest energy. And now we're in this back hallway that's like massively heavily infested and done. Marauder, if I redraft, is there anything for us to discover? No. Okay. So I only really clear this to make the area safe, but also it doesn't hurt to get a little bit extra stuff as we are making an expansion on our own ship. So here we go. The Apocrypha is going to be salvaged, and then all the stuff in space will be fetched, which is like space food, I guess. Cool. I'm surprised to not find anyone here. Given how, like... Wait, why is... It's like face-hugger eggs that haven't been destroyed. But they have been. It just looked like that. So, if we want to add rocket turrets, I plan to having the rocket turrets be on these, like, side sections, and then I'm going to add extra shields to the front so that we have a lot more shields, and add some extra auto turrets so that we can actually respond with legit fire when, you know, we're under active attack. And then I also need to keep in mind how many resources we have. So I definitely have enough for 2 rocket turrets, given the cost, but I don't want to go like over budget. On top of that, these are going to be heavy, or rather high power, so I'm going to need to move high power around as well. Laser weapons are coming along. Nice. So I know it's not in a high capacity grid. We haven't set up the high capacity grids yet. So I'm not going to fret about that. I want to build the rest of the hall before we start moving things around. In the design, I'm also going to incorporate the operations and nav consoles with associated hypersleep chambers so that I can leave quickly if I want. Which is a departure from previous design. Even though that didn't win the poll, I think it's like the wise choice for design. We're also going to have to start making explosion ammo. So let's do until we have 40. Are we going to try to go toe-to-toe with pirates like the last ship? Maybe. Not like on... I'm not spoiling for that kind of fight. It is more like if that kind of fight finds us, we have the ability to actually defend ourselves. Do turrets work on all targets? No. So, things like infestors and asteroids are a point defense. Ship weapons are against ships. And then, you know, I guess you weren't here, but I explained at the start that, like, the ship weapons fight ships, point defense fights not ships, guns fight things on ground, and they don't intermix. So it's not like our rocket turret can launch against, you know, aliens that are flying around. That's just not how they work. This thing is almost fully salvaged. Why wouldn't I be able to put it in the center there? Huh. Okay. For high capacity grids, we'll do a small power node here, and a small power node there, and then the one in the middle will be like I'm planning on putting shield systems up there. All right, then duplicate. Oh, that's in the wrong spot. Looking good. Parasite spawned. Oh, I didn't notice. Okay, well, it's here. No, that's not there. Where is it? It has infested someone. Well, someone's got a health condition. So I guess those infestors, someone... I don't know who it is. But someone took an L. Does anyone see it? Okay, whatever. Alright, sweet. Laser weapons are done. Now we're going to do plasma weapons. And then after we do plasma weapons, I'm going to have you guys vote on what we do thereafter. So here we go. Here's the poll. Ship systems. That would leave energy turrets. Industry would be assembler. Crew equipment would be probably sentry guns. Medical and augs would be neural augs. Rogue bots and robotics aren't really viable at the moment. And then alien would be understanding the alien cores and haulers. And then botany would be like beer. So you guys can vote on that. All right, so we have 2 rockets, 2 auto turrets for now. Up front, I was also planning on doing shield jennies. 2 shield generators in the front, and then I'll move the power node and gas scrubber to be a little closer, and then like add lights and all that jazz as well. Now, there's also the possibility of phasing out solar, now that we have a highly efficient power grid and lots of fuel, in lieu of adding more weapon systems in the back, or shield systems in the back, something like that. It's a possibility. And then another thing I want to do up front is another stabilizer. Because, you know, if things go tragically wrong, having extra hull power to be able to get us out of bad situations is ideal. And I think we're going to be out of energy blocks. So I'm going to need to trade, salvage, etc. for what we are missing. Other things. Let's go put in floor lighting here and here. Here and here. Just lighting up the front a bit. And yeah, it seems like I have a massive lack of energy blocks. So let's try to trade for it. Trade for what we need. There's no reason to stay here anymore. I've already hauled everything in, so we'll get moving. Who had all the parasites in the beginning? Marauder did. Who has them now? Is probably Glitch. No, or Jazz, because they're the ones... Or Gens? I'm not even really sure. Okay. Let's go over to the next derelict. Drop out, and it looks like there's Merchant Alliance people coming in. So there's a derelict for energy blocks. Yeah, you usually don't get too many energy blocks doing derelict stuff. And it also looks like you guys want me to get the turret, energy turret, after this. Got it. Aliens detected. Copy. So as you can see, it's only really the point defense firing on these things. It's not like a ship weapon type thing. And it looks like we defended properly. So we know that this is an infestor ship. Got it. Once the combat team is up, had their coffee, I'll send them over to the ship. Try to salvage even more parts. Now, I haven't made any laser rifles because I intend to just go plasma and skip over lasers. But lasers was a required stepping stone for research. Oh, there was one waiting for Blue Panther just like as we opened the thing up. That sucks. All right. The yurt. New trade with the yurt. So you've got hull blocks, no energy blocks. Nope, okay. Trade with Ragnarok. That's a hell of a name. And you do have energy blocks, so I'll buy all of them. And sell you soft block, because there's no way I'm going to need that much furniture, and sell you biomatter. I guess I'll sell biomatter to the other one, too. And soft blocks if you'll take it? No, you won't. Okay, that's fine. They have a bunch of missions. It's probably go save people or something. Retrieve. Oh, they want me to, like, loot the ships for them to take the stuff I'm looking for? Yeah, I don't think so. Blue Panther has kind of low energy, noted. Gonna have to be a little bit more careful with him, and he keeps being the de facto door kicker despite the fact that that's Wishbringer's job. Yep, you just did it again. You know you're gonna... Okay, he passed out. Let's bring him back to the shuttle. And have Wish and Marauder try to wrap this up. I don't think there's... Yeah, that was done. Alright, Marauder. Draft and keep searching. Incinerate grenade launcher. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just, like, put it on the ground so that... Because the things in the hiding spaces can't be looted normally, I don't think. Just put everything on the ground, ready to go. And that looks to be everything. Cool. The Heretic. Really? Okay, full loot. And I did have an energy block, which is going to help us with our ship upgrades. But we're still in need of even more energy blocks, because we have so much. And then if you're wondering about Blue Panther, they have a bandaged open wound. They're not dying anymore. But that was rough. Alright, stabilizer number 3. And we're missing 6 energy blocks in order to get this built. No, there's no energy scrap here. Never mind. Yeah, we should just keep seeking out trades. There we go. And the stabilizer finally got delivered. Oh! Okay. Blue Panther. That's rough, buddy. He is now... also parasited. Can we just make a round? We don't have the advanced assembler for it. Nor do I have, like... Nor do I want to dedicate the ship space for it. So we could, but I won't. Okay, around here, I don't see a lot of other trade opportunities. Like, I don't see other fleets for trade. So I might have to do a little bit of travel to get these upgrades incorporated. Okay, condition gone, spore infection. So you're post-surgery fatigue. Oh, because it's the removal. So we actually removed it. We didn't just let it like chest burst you and then recover. Cool. Thank you, advanced medical bay. We got the infra scrap. I already have 50 infra. And I really don't need the hull scrap. So we are good to go as soon as our crew get back here. So let's jump again. And I'm looking for other fleets that I could trade with. Because that's probably going to be the fastest way. Also, we're out of steel plates. So I also need steel plates because I've done a lot of the hull stabilization. We either need steel or base metals. I could mine for that stuff, which I might want to consider doing as well because that would be another way to source it. Shoot. So there was a military alliance. There's an outpost here, actually. There was a military alliance ship here that I just missed in transit. But I'm going to drop out here and get, like, all the ores and energium. And this, I don't see any infestors, so I don't really know. It could be robots. We're still looking for chimp bots. So that actually could work to our advantage. But I'm hoping that the military alliance sends that, because this is a big fleet. This is like a 3-ship fleet. I hope they come back so I can trade with them. They have energy blocks. Could I get them from the Exodus fleet? If I had the Exodus fleet rendezvous with me, I could. Right now I can... Oh, speaking of energy turret, let's just buy that. Boop. So I'd have to move them to me, and that takes a while. And unless there's a reason for me to be in a sector for a long time, it's not worth just like sitting around for their fleet to rendezvous with me, because you can only buy it if you're in the same area. So it's a possibility, but then most of the time you can only buy one anyway, which doesn't really... I need at least 6. So I don't see that that's a good solution. Ah, the military ship went the other way. Shoot. I could also go find them, you know, go track them down. That'd be fine too. So, as far as our ship weapons go, we've got 2 auto turrets, 4-point defense, 2 rocket turrets, and we will have 3 shields. We only have 1 at the moment, and then we have solar. And I guess what next thing I wanted to ask is, should we remove solar in lieu of adding more weapons? I didn't necessarily want... I don't want to grow the ship too much. I want to stay under the 6,400 weight for the 4 drives that we have. Ideally. But with that said, there's still plenty of room up here for more like weapon systems. This is claimable, is it? Oh, well that changes things a little bit. Blue Panther, I know you're... Yeah, alright, you've been through the ringer too much. So, Marauder, Wishbringer, Pooker, and Jazz. You're gonna be on my board team? And I'm gonna check out this claimable ship, and only because you can make more money claiming things. This claimable ship to clear, to see if we can get energy from it. Yo, that's not where the stupid shuttle keeps parking wrong. It's bugs. Okay. And William. Continue drafted. I have virtually no intention of... I think I'm just not adding any more people to the fleet or to the crew. They are Merchant Federation. And I will accept him as a refugee. That was a pretty easy clear. So I'm going to claim it so that I can dismantle it. I don't... Wait, I do. I do have a refugee bed, don't I? So, occupant. It might need to be updated for permissions. Refugee area. I'm trying not to paint in these bedrooms. I wish it didn't show it like this. Like, it's really hard to tell what the hell I'm even looking at in this screen setting. But I think that's the refugee area. And that allows William to chill here. Alright, and we're going to keep our solar panels. Got it. Alright, transfer. And we'll break this down as much as we can. I don't foresee getting a lot of stuff from it, but you never know. Didn't look like a wealthy ship, though. Wishbringer low on oxygen. Oh, crap. Oh, you're still drafted. Oh, God, that's my fault. There you go. There's some oxygen. You were drafted because I intended for you to, like, search, but there's nothing to even find here. And you passed out due to energy. Well, no, hold on. Yeah, you shouldn't sleep there, bud. I'm gonna have to send someone for you, don't I? This isn't your home, either. Where's the shuttle? It's coming back, okay. I'll make sure to babysit him, so he's not doing anything stupid. Because I'm sure he has a lot of suit fatigue, too. He's got to be super upset. Alright, 2 Merchant Alliance coming in. With any luck, they have some energy blocks. Will losing the solar be detrimental at all? Potentially. It really depends on whether we have an energy shortage. I can't predict the future, though. But all the people that are working on the ship are, like, exhausted. They need to leave. In fact, Wishbringer, like, passed out and has no oxygen. And Ultraut just passed out. Why are you guys, like, working yourselves to death? Like, this is super stupid. Could you not? No, Shuttle, get the hell back here. What the hell are you what are you doing? Like, 2 people that are, like, passed out and suffocating. The shuttle's like, bye! It's like, no one asked you to leave. And they immediately want a comms request. Cool. Yep, here you are. We do have refugees on board. And you gave me a shotgun and some stuff. Okay. Trade. I don't really need hull blocks. And they don't have any energy blocks. Okay, fine. So we have the Yurt. And Ragnarok. And neither of them have anything I'm looking for. Got it. But we did already get rid of our refugee. And, you know, I gained rep and some freebies. So, not too bad. And you want energy cells. That's fine. I've got plenty. Thank you for tuning in to Space Haven Finding Eden, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you'd like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you in the next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, my fellow Pathfinders.